I got my Tin Fish Club box in the mail, and today we're gonna review all 3 cans. We're gonna try them and make super simple recipes that don't even require cooking. We've got sardines, mackerel, and cod liver. So if you're signed up for Tin Fish Club, go get your box. Let's try these together. If you haven't signed up yet, now's the time. They're actually doing a promotion with the code FREE15. It gets you 15% off your subscription, plus they're gonna add a free can of tin fish in it for you. The link is in the pinned comment below. It does support the channel, but let's get into it. First up, we've got Kerson's naturally smoked mackerel fillets. These are from Nova Scotia. Then we've got the Dorschebler cod liver in its own oil. This is from Germany. And last, we've got La Rose sardines with pickles. These are from Portugal. Okay, we're gonna start off with the mackerel. It says Kerson's been around for 60 years. They hand pack and clean all of these. This is just in a light brine. I'm gonna put the nutrition for this mackerel up on the screen here real quick, but I have not had mackerel that was in brine. I've only had mackerel in oil. These look nice and firm. The skin is on it. That is awesome, because the King Oscar mackerel is what I've had the most, and theirs does not have the skin on it. So this is pretty nice. And there is a lot of mackerel in this. Like, look at all this. I mean, there is tons in here. You can definitely tell it's been smoked. That looks really good. Man, this is so firm. I almost want to just pick it up with my fingers and eat it. Okay, here we go. Smoked mackerel. It's very reminiscent of Kipper Snacks, which Kipper Snacks is herring. It's got that same texture, the same smoke and like firmness to the meat that Kipper Snacks has. I would say this is not as salty as Kipper Snacks or most of the Kipper Snacks that I've had. This one's pretty mild on the saltiness. The texture is a little bit chewy. It almost seems like when you first take a bite that it would be dry, but the brine that it's been sitting in is kind of gone into the meat, so the brine's coming out as you chew it, so it doesn't end up being dry. That's really good and something different from just kind of like the mackerel in oil without the skin and not smoked. I like this. And the one thing I love is the Tin Fish Club. They'll send little recipe ideas. I have ideas of inspiration, but I tend to just like go back to eating it out of the can. And for the mackerel recipe, they sent some little pretzels and a little bag of mustard. It says, take your filet, kind of break it up, add a little brine to tie it back together, add some stone ground mustard, and they sent this handy little spork. Okay, I'm pretty happy with that. Let's get our pretzels, get a little scoop. Here we go. That is darn good. Let me try this mustard on its own, because that is good. It's got just the right amount of horseradish kick in it that I love. That horseradish with the smoked mackerel with the pretzel. Man, this is a winning combination. That's a winner right there. All right, onto the cod liver. So the ingredients on this is just cod liver and cod liver oil. Not too long ago, I tried cod liver for the first time and compared 4 different cans of cod liver, so go check that out. So I am familiar now with the texture of cod liver, so I'm not gonna get as freaked out this time. Here is a look at it. But I am excited to try this in a little quick recipe today. All right, here we go. Yum! This one is actually really good. The taste and like, there's something really silky about this with the oil, and the texture is a little more firm, so it's not giving me that kind of cringe that some of the other cans did. This one is really good, like straight out of the can. It's got like the perfect amount of saltiness to it. Wow, I wish I would have tried that one in my other comparison. But remembering back to those 4 cans, I'm enjoying this one a lot more than those. There's still that mushy kind of smooth texture that's different. But as far as the taste of this cod liver, this one seems extremely mild compared to what I recall from those other 4 cans, and just silky. That's awesome. Okay, let's do our little recipe. All right, for this one, you need some hard-boiled eggs. I'm gonna put the egg cooker that I've been using for like 5 years up on the screen here. This thing is amazing. If you're not a fan of like boiling hard-boiled eggs, get this. You will not regret it. But we're gonna use cucumbers as our vessel for this. We're gonna drop in our cod liver. It said to put some of the oil in there with it, and some got in there. So let's mash this up. I like my egg yolks kind of runny, especially in a salad like this, because then you don't need mayonnaise or anything. You can kind of use the liquid so it's not dry. It says to add like your pinch of salt or pepper, but I'm going to use my Redmond smoked salt. If you have never tried Redmond smoked salt, you've got to try these. They are so amazing because you actually can taste the smoke on it. Get a nice hearty amount on there. Okay, our cod liver egg salad on a cucumber slice. Here we go. Okay, this right here is the way to eat cod liver, especially if you've tried it and were just completely put off by it. It just mixes in with the egg so well, you almost hardly notice the taste or the texture of the cod liver because it's all kind of that just soft texture. This is a really good idea, and honestly, I think if you gave this to somebody, they would have no clue it was cod liver. Man, these are such simple, good recipes. With that smoked salt. Yum. Okay, so next up is the sardine. I've had a can of La Rose before, and I tried it in my Alaska road trip video that I'll link below, but that one was pretty epic. I was very, very impressed with that sardine, so I was super excited to see this in my box again. But we're gonna make my first ever sardine sandwich today, so let's get that started. Okay, La Rose sardine with pickles. Here is the nutrition information. And I've been tricked before, getting all excited thinking there's gonna be a pickle in my sardine can, but I've learned that's just a cucumber. Oh my gosh. Man, La Rose is just beauties. So La Rose, the company started in 1853, and then they kind of went out of business like in the 70s, and then they came back in 2016. Just sometimes when you get a can of sardines and you open it up, it just gets you excited because it just looks so good. I can already tell these are delicate, tender, just like the other can that I had. I'm pretty sure I just had the plain and olive oil. Looks like we got kind of a busted up carrot and a cucumber that's disintegrated. The ingredients on this pretty much the same as like the spiced nuri. Okay, here we go. That is a good sardine. It's a rich, fatty sardine. It's got a little bit of a kick. Actually, it's kind of building up more. It's like a slow kick, but I wouldn't call it spicy. And again, the oil on this one is extremely silky. That is really good. But I feel like this brand is being slept on because I don't hear many people talk about it, and they have both been amazing. We've got our mayonnaise. We're gonna add some spinach. I like a lot of greens on my sandwich. We're gonna add pickled onions. We're gonna add our sardines. I'm just not a sandwich person, so I always forget to do this, but you guys are always talking to me about the sandwiches you make, so I'm so excited. Come on. That looks so good. My first ever bite of sardine sandwich. Here we go. That's gonna be a new go-to. And it probably didn't even need the mayonnaise because the sardine is so juicy and the oils kind of seep through the inside of the sardine. So you don't really need the mayonnaise, but it does add a nice little touch to it. Well, I'm definitely gonna finish this up. That was a lot of fun trying 3 different cans and being able to do 3 just real simple recipes that if you have that egg cooker, you don't even have to do any cooking for any of these. So again, if you wanna sign up for the Tin Fish Club, I have the link in the pinned comments below. Use the code FREE15. You're gonna get 15% off plus a free can in your first order. This is also an awesome gift for somebody who is into canned fish. I would love to have something like that for a gift. And I know there's tons of subscription boxes out there like this, but this is the one that I've personally used and paid for and recommend. But thanks so much for watching. Winston will be back in the next one, and we'll see you soon.